Why did you choose the problem?
The idea of turning the Shuford minor into a major program came about during a brainstorming session where the members of our team came up with all of the things about UNC that we would like to change. It was a pretty extensive list, but many of the things we wanted to change were unattainable, such as making UNC's campus more accessible. As we continued talking, we realized that the Shuford minor was one of our few common interests. We all agreed that had it been possible, we would have majored in entrepreneurship instead of simply minoring in it. This led to the discovery of our unmet need, an entrepreneurship major.
What was the process?
The first step that we took was that we created a survey to gauge interest in an entrepreneurship major. However, our sample included students who aren't already interested in entrepreneurship. This skewed our survey because students that are already in the Shuford minor are our target audience. We realized that for our second survey, we should only collect data from those who have previously shown interest in entrepreneurship, such as students in the Shuford minor, students in entrepreneurship related extracurriculars, or students that currently own small businesses. As a result, our second survey showed that there was a much higher level of interest than we originally believed. After we were satisfied with the level of interest, we created a prototype for the curriculum for the Shuford Major program. This prototype was very simple, as it was just a PDF of classes that students would be required to take and a description of these classes. We created a survey and attached the prototype to it, asking specific questions of our focus group participants on their opinions of both the Shuford minor and the prototyped curriculum we provided for the major. Using the data we collected from the focus group, we edited the prototype and added the curriculum to the website, which served as our second and final prototype.
What are the conclusions?
Some of the major conclusions that we made are that students are interested in taking financial literacy classes, building connections with local startups, a more diverse curriculum, and hands-on learning. After speaking with stakeholders and experts on this topic, such as Patrick Conway and Camelia Walker, we discovered that as long as there is enough interest, both believe adding an entrepreneurship major would be possible. Mr. Conway claimed that the major would be best framed as an interdisciplinary option to be double majored in, instead of a major on its own. Ms. Walker agreed with this sentiment. She also commented on our prototype. She suggested we add a history of entrepreneurship class and a networking portion to the entrepreneurship partnership program class that we created. Overall, we have received positive feedback when we have proposed this idea to both stakeholders and experts.
What are the biggest surprises?
One of the biggest surprises was that we had a lot less interest in the science track courses than we anticipated. Most of our respondents were interested in computer science and social entrepreneurship courses. As a result, we prioritized incorporating additional classes on these topics into the curriculum. However, part of the problem seems to be that even though these classes are part of the Shuford minor, they are offered infrequently. As a result, we didn't feel the need to add too many classes to the major. If we were to bring this curriculum and idea to life, we would need to ensure that the track courses are offered more frequently.
What would you have done differently?
One thing we would have done differently was survey only entrepreneurship minors or students interested in entrepreneurship from the beginning. When we saw the original interest based off of our initial survey, we began to believe this may not be a viable option and contemplated pivoting to a new idea. We spent valuable time worried about the viability of our option when what was really wrong was that we had asked the wrong people for feedback. This was an important lesson as we moved forward throughout this design sprint and as we look forward towards doing design sprints in the future.